Victory is mine against my ghoulish neighbors, but to answer the question, is it really over? The answer is, of course, no. Um, my objective for this episode will be to take out the Iron Alliance before they become a potential enemy of mine, and also I want to get here. I want to take the dome in this episode. So first of all, I just need to finish off my focus to access some emergency stockpiles, and then we'll get going on the list of focuses and things I want to do for this episode. So now access emergency stockpiles is finished, and along with it, a whole bunch of the Goddard national focuses have been bypassed. Let's just cancel all these. So these are these ones here. So they have been bypassed. I do not get any of the rewards that come with it. It's just something that the game does, I think, maybe so you can't double up and get more stuff. But that doesn't matter. I'm going to move on to, first of all, as for focus tree, I want to complete this section here, or actually more this section here, and then this whole bunch on the right here, moving up to home at last. That's where we're going to end this episode off. But first, what we need to do is first victory for the expedition. Despite everything, we stand victorious. This time is for celebration, and we're making merry. We'll start to consolidate our control, and we're going to get the event all around the same table. I have another decision to take to send some salvage crews out for holodiscs. I'm going to take that because it's going to buy me some extra time, and I'm still not spending any of my arm experience because I'm not yet ready. Well, I don't have the research done for the templates I want to create. So with motorized flight finished, I can now move on to my planes. Now normally I'd go for the CAS, but I already have biplanes that are given to me for free, so I need to research that so I can actually fill up that squadron. So all around the same table. Outpost Coleridge had never been so full of life in the last 2 centuries. Most of our soldiers were here, leaving the positions they'd manned for over a year to celebrate together. Numerous campfires set night alight, overshadowing the stars. Talented soldiers played the guitar, and their comrades' song filled the air. All you could hear was Sweet Caroline. A table was set up in the center, far from everyone else. Dr. Goddard and General Coleridge sat there, quietly talking. Despite the cacophony around them, they heard each other perfectly. "It is finally over, isn't it?" commented the general, tightly holding his mug of beer. He liked the sour taste and hated shots. "On the contrary, it has only begun," answered the doctor with a serious look. "Oh, come on, for a scientist you can sometimes be overwhelmingly uninspired." It was clear Coleridge was already somewhat tipsy. "What can I say? My thinking is formulaic." Goddard sipped from his cherry lambic, quite a luxury in the wasteland. "Did you just make a joke? I can't believe my ears. You should drink more often." "Maybe, but to be serious, we actually have a lot to do. The dome is still under enemy occupation, and we're running out of time. We need to take a rest. It was a hard year. We are all tired. Planning can wait at least a day." Yes, you're probably right. I'm getting impatient," answered Goddard, accompanied with a large sigh. "Victories are hard to come by, and this gives us the sweet taste of victory." They are back, a soldier shouted as the battalion arrived at the outpost gate. It was a strange bunch. They were smiling soldiers on duty were quite the rarity. Their squad leader cut through the square of the outpost and reported to the general himself. "Corporal Mathis Christensen, reporting for duty, sir. The raid on the local Cowspot's Creamery was successful. We retrieved the requested supplies." "Good work, Corporal," said Coleridge, and stood up from his table, turning on the microphone he had. The scientist had fixed one up for him. "Everyone listen up. You are entitled to an ice cream ration today only." Mathis, he turned to the corporal. "Can I trust you to hand out the rations to everyone?" Of course, sir, he answered, and tried to stand his ground against the troops charging against his caravan. From fresh recruit to veteran, everyone acted like a child when they heard ice cream. Form a line, all of you. Form a line, and nobody gets ice cream. You hear me? Bethesda shouted and started to herd the pack of soldiers. Would you like some, doctor? Asked the general, holding out a portion for his tablemate. Amazingly, he smiled and accepted the gesture. Despite everything, we aren't so different after all. So now I get plus 10% to stability and war support. Lovely. And what's it? 7. So actually all the provinces are recently conquered. Compliance goes up 10% and resistance goes down by 10%, which is very useful. And I get to move on to now. First of all, promote our heroes. I'm going to leave that for quite a while. It's not important. Now, if you had supported Goddard, you can go this route here, but I went after Coleridge, so my option is enforce military occupation. Defeating our enemies on the battlefield was the easy part. Until we can reorganize the lands to follow our laws or maintain a military presence. While that will not make the locals trust us more, it will be the safer option. And Dr. Goddard is going to resign as the official leader and will be replaced by Coleridge, and he's actually going to become an advisor, and the powers of the balance that whole power of balancing is going to end, and I'm going to get pacifying the cool lands for luminous ones and with the dogs, which is going to take another 25% off the resistance target. So the whole advisor thing means Goddard here is going to disappear. Coleridge here is going to disappear, and Goddard is going to become a theorist. But we'll have a look at that in the near future. What do we have here? A dedication for celebration. A tap on the microphone, a quick cough to test it was working. Goddard hated public speaking for an event other than a great discovery, but this was a chance to raise morale for the baggers. Fellow Coloradians, long ago in the former state of United States of America, this state was known as the Centennial State. It was named as such as it was incorporated into the Union on August of 1876. That's exactly 400 years ago. A hand swept back through what little hair the doctor had left. Sweat began to drip down his scalp, but he had to keep going. Today is a day of celebration. It's not about myself or the so-called academics, nor it is about Coleridge and his clique. It is about all of us as baggers, as members of the great Republic of New California, and as humans. That includes ghouls, mutants, and all others. A final breath was taken, exhaled out as a wave of confidence surged through Goddard. And so it is with great pleasure that I commemorate this day as an official proclamation of my intent to create a new Colorado Republic. Like Colorado once being given statehood, so too shall it become the next great state in the new California Republic. Short, steady breaths were taken as Goddard looked to his audience of Angie's and Coleridge sitting alone in the Camp Baggers Auditorium. Angie's feigned a kind smile. Coleridge rolled his eyes, getting up from his chair. Don't know about you, Doc, but I've got a war to attend to. 20 of political power and 1 to stability, which means I can finally do some work on my political. This was something I greatly neglected in my previous episode. Well, I had no choice really. I needed to spend political power on this damn balance of power. So first things first, my all-time favorite, the golden gecko, for more political power gain, more stability, and more money. So enforced occupation is done, and I must say that all these focuses taking down the resistance are helping quite a lot. I've gained probably over 200 manpower just by taking that down. Now my next objective is to get to here because I get 2 cores. So first of all, eastward expansion of the OZ. The occupation zone's expansion will continue eastward into the former lands of the Withered Dogs. Pre-war National Guards, Ghoul refugees from the south, and even Chinese invaders are present. We expect a stiff resistance movement to form. So in all those states, I'm going to get 1 infrastructure and 2 outposts, and resistance is going to go down by minus 15%, and some things are going to be renamed as well. Work as needed has finished researching. Now, or later on the focus tree, I need to have basic smeltery research. Not something I normally do, but I want to get it out the way now. So resource production first, which is going to help me out 5%, a little bit more resources, which is nice. So you can see now some of these, actually I think all of them have been renamed. Yeah, there we've got Port Sandy Shores there now. Now let me get those cores with a wrap up the Yankee-Sino conflict. The Sino-American War may be long over, but these ghouls seem intent on reliving it with us. Let's banish the spectre of communism once and for all. So Camp 76, local population minus 76, becomes a core. I get 2 research bonuses for air tech. Port Sandy Shores, population minus 92. Also becomes a core, and 2 research bonuses for naval technology. Death is a preferable alternative to communism. Alright, and I need to show you something, because south of me the robots have gone crazy. Robot City has taken out Maxon, who had taken out Scorpion's Bite, and Warden has actually won against the Hangdogs. So now it is always going to see what happens if Lanius can handle them, because if he can't, I have got a lot of robots that I will have to take out myself. One conflict wrapped up. Now the focus I wanted to take was deal with the National Guard, because this is what was going to give me 500 manpower and 750 units of infantry equipment. But I made a mistake. I thought it was this utilize the Radophobians was that part of the balance of power, that I mustn't take that, and that's why I didn't take it in the previous episode. But I was wrong. It is actually referring to this focus here that gave me the 2 free units, and I'm not sure how I'm supposed to not take this, because it was a required focus for be prepared. But nevertheless lost out there, so time to expand westward. The expedition will expand the occupation zone westward next. Both radiation and growing cultists will inhibit our pacification efforts. We'll just have to get rid of it all. Again, same as for westward, these areas are going to get some infrastructure, some outposts, and be renamed, and minus 15% resistance this time. And something I'm quite excited for, I can now begin a scavenging program, which after the 5.1 update is now going to be automated. Right, resource production finished. Now let's get this out the way. Basic smeltery, so I don't forget it for later. Vacuum tubes done. Now to get some primitive radio and another advisor I can hire. I'm going to go for Major Fleming here. 1% more non-core manpower, 10% more mobilization speed, and 10% to my recruitable population factor. Manpower is important. Westward of the expansion of the OZ is done. Now we have 2 choices: either ban the faith, which I get political power, which is quite nice, or Project Darnell. Now I am short on some water, so I'm going to go for this one here. So our localized deradiation facility will be next to Outpost Clearwater to test out the newest solutions to the problem. The site fit perfectly for the job, as an enormous bomb crater filled to the brim with luminous water in the area. Clearing the poisonous lake will please the locals as well. Brigadier General Darnell would be proud. 2 building slots, 1 workshop, 1 purification station, and the Shrine of Eternal Glow is going to be renamed the NCRA Waterworks Darnell. 25% more compliance. Brilliant. And I can once again set out some more salvage crews. You can see here that clock is ticking down faster than you realize. Our plane fighters are finished researching. Now, as much as I want to, I am not going to continue down this line. I need to get back to my support equipment. And anti-tank rifles look very very nice to get, but I will get them unlocked for free later in the focus tree. So instead I'm going to move on to dynamite. Sorry, something I almost forgot to mention. I need to put these guys into production. Now I am rather short of light machine guns, but I need to take one off because I'm also short 38 planes. Darnell Operation Bethesda. I'm not sure what's going on here, but Diane had come to Luminous One's territory to oversee the engineers personally. She was supposed to be a form of management, but she preferred to get her hands dirty, be practical. She examined the pipes going into the crater they were to drain, looking over the shoulders of the field engineers while doing so. "Can we help you, Corporal?" An annoyed, sweaty face greeted her when she turned to face them. They weren't happy to have her watching them. "No need, Gregory. I was just examining how you were linking that outflow pipe to the drainage shaft. Did you consult with Tom and Kat that the inflow valve is capable of sustaining the water pressure right?" Considering this contamination chemicals, his glare softened, if only because he realized she was a fellow engineer, not just a middle manager. "I consulted them both, yes. We're planning to test run in the next few minutes if you'd like to watch." She nodded, awaiting the press of the button. A click signaled the start of the process. A loud alarm, thuds and jolts. Finally, the putrid green water began to drain from the crater, slowly replaced by pristine blue. Diane and the Chur began to laugh and cheer. It was going to be a long time before they were done, but this made for a great start. Maybe Project Purity would have been a better name. Okay, I get it now. +4 water in outpost Clearwater. That's going to help me out great because that is one of the things I'm short of is water. Others energy. Now I have the requirements to move on to the pacification of the Coloradian, I think that's right, frontier. Most of northern Colorado is firmly under control. Breaking down rebelling forces was Colonel People's specialty. Dr. Andrews turned out to be a great administrator and compromiser. We're here to stay. Modify the lost expedition by 10% stability, -5% to resistance target, -25% to resistance growth speed, 10% less garrisons required, and 0.01 daily compliance gain. This will be great. Now I'm hoping that it actually completely replaces the stats that I have here, but we'll have to see if it does shortly. Small tree finished, so that's that ticked off the list of things you need to research for the focus tree. Now to get something a bit more traditional, improvised tools to increase my efficiency cap and its growth. Okay, not only is my pacification focus finished, but also my scavenging program has been set up. So let's see if I can send it out now. Oh, okay, I have to start it. So let's start this off. And now here's a new automated system. So you can still choose which one you're going to use. I'm going to use power armor because it gives the best chances of getting anything. And now you can choose what you want, what you actually want them to look for. I've got no orders, so they'll just you get a better chance of finding something. That's my understanding of the whole thing. You can halt it, and then you can still obviously dismantle it and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to leave it at that and see how it goes. Now, let's carry on. So we've done the first half. I'm not going to do this one. I want to move on. I don't want to waste that timer. So now my next option is either to go start heading down towards straight to the glow bugs. But as I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, the Iron Alliance is a potential enemy now that they have that shared Colorado tree. So I am going to take them out first. So that means I am going to opt for Operation Can Opener. Most of the expedition despises the idea of wasting time with secondary objects, but the General strongly believes that we have the chance to seize the lands of the Iron Alliance. Their armament and weapon stashes would be invaluable assets for achieving our greater goal, even if we would face much discontent from others. I believe with the General 100% here, but I am going to lose 15% stability. Hopefully I still stay above 50. +5 to my war support, and I'm going to get claims and a war goal on the Iron Alliance. So Dynamite is finished researching. Very soon I'll get my anti-tank rifle, so I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is I'm get the Pioneer kit to make my Special Forces just that little bit better. And talking about Special Forces, actually no, I was going to get the Ranger Major over here, but what I'm going to do instead is get the Mediator here, because I'm about to take over more land, and this is going to help me out with more political power and more compliance and rooting out resistance. So that's what I'm going to go for. And here we are, primitive radios. Let's get some proper ones now. So Operation Can Opener has completed, and for some reason their border looks very empty. Normally when you do a focus like this, the AI moves forces to prepare to fight against you, but they haven't here. So I'm going to take, or at least try, take advantage of this, and especially rush these 3 victory points here. But focus was first. So Operation Agincourt is very tempting and actually a very good focus. Briggs has some genius ideas involving a hell of a lot of explosives, and I could send an operative on a saboteur mission, massively crippling our enemy's industry. So this has nothing to do with your intelligence agency. It's just a focus, takes 30 days, and what it does is actually damages the Iron Alliance infrastructure and supply in New Sterling. And if you are not doing what I'm doing, where I'm actively attacking them, it works as long as you are at war with them or have a war goal. So even if you were going the other route and you don't go to fight against them on purpose, you can still use it later on. But I want to do Operation Preparation because I want to unlock some of these focuses here. So the clock is ticking. We need to be sure that we make the right preparations before we tackle the dome again. The only thing we cannot spare more than time is failure. 50 armory experience and 50% land doctrine research bonuses. And now let's get second expedition off to war again. Okay, so now I want to send special forces in there, there, and there. At the very least, I want to see if I can get that done. Let's go. Because where my opponents are, I don't know. Okay, so someone's gotten back now. I've gotten Grant's pass already. I've only got them on balanced, so they're not attacking aggressively. Okay, we made some good progress, and we've got 1 victory point, so that is good. Ooh, and we're going to get a encirclement here as well. Yes, carry on pushing, guys, carry on pushing. What have we got here? Missing support equipment. Okay. Let's line this up for the future. Because another reason why I want to take Iron Alliance is because New Sterling, if you've ever played Iron Alliance itself, you will know is a very good industrial base. Okay, we need to take these guys out. Taking New Sterling would be great. Okay, you need to push back in.
What's up? Come on, give me a reason.
That's fine. Oh, I'm getting... no. I can actually cancel these quickly. No. Any other ones? No. Okay.
Hello.
Got New Sterling. How much do we need? Okay. Literally, if I can take, I think these two will be good. I got really lucky that they weren't ready to fight me.
Honored to speak with you, sir.
Okay, operational preparation is done. Now I want to do anti-Brotherhood special equipment. This is why I didn't research anti-tank rifles. These can openers can open more than just Brotherhood armor. Add technology anti-tank rifles, get a research bonus for combat support technology, and 100 units of anti-tank weaponry. Just to let you know, I did test this, and if I remember correctly, if you have research anti-tank rifles ready, you get this focus changes to get 2 50% research bonuses, which is pretty damn amazing. Okay, let's box them in, guys. Box them in. Got a feeling we have to take care of this pocket here, because remember, I don't actually have a proper 20 width template yet. That's what this army experience is going to go for. Okay. Can we try get in there? Because that's obviously got the high victory point rating in Red Willow, so that might be what we need to win this war. But the power armor is obviously just too much. Twin Mothers flee north, okay. Let me see if I can just isolate these guys here from supply. There. Come on, guys. Okay, these guys are holding out damn well. That's annoying me. Oh, have you retreated back a towel? If you have, that was a mistake that I'm going to take advantage of. Yes. I hope seeing for all this manpower is actually worth it. I really do. Okay, got that. Was it enough to win the war? Yes! Yes, it was. It's actually fooled in there. I'm actually quite impressed with myself. Select all, submit demands, and confirm an exit. There we are. So that is one threat taken care of. And I've got a dockyard out of it as well. Now I'm going to reposition my men here for the next fight that's coming later on. And I will see you in a bit. Okay, anti-Brotherhood special equipment is done. Here is my anti-tank rifles. Now next, I would want to move down this area, but first I want to get these two focuses out of the way. So first of all, reorganization of the Rangers. The Ranger team under Ranger Major Prasad has served us well, but they have suffered heavy losses. We will have to reorganize our special forces in order to expand them. Add technology, reorganization of the Rangers, enable editing of the Colorado Rangers template, and training or disbanding units belonging to it. Okay, start that off. Then we have a decision that is to recycle old holodisks. So by scavenging these other ones, we need to have 2, and then we can get an empty holodisk out of the salvaged ones. And this is what we need to temporarily assuage the unstable Zax. But we'll need CS. I need to do this as well. And then I'll take my next focus. I've got that. Now it is time to do some templates. I'm just going to do my infantry template for now. First of all, let's rename this one, because this is the 12 width. So we're just going to do that. Yes, and then duplicate, and this is now going to be my 20 width. Now, originally when I started planning this, I really wanted to use some enforcer armor because I love it, but I just don't have the industry right now to begin off with. So starting off is going to be plain infantry, 9 1. So 9 infantry, got some combined arms platoon. I'm going to keep the fire team because it was free and it does help out. And then I'm actually going to add power armor support and some chems. This will give me an extra boost instead of the infantry armor. This is where I can get some armor to protect my units. So now I won't have to use the enforcer armor. And the chems is just going to help me get some manpower back as we go. This was also free researched, and so far for what I'm testing, I'm not going to get a massively high special forces cap. So throwing in some power armor here will be good. This is going to cost me 40. So this will be the last time I train this unit. And now I'm going to actually decommission that so I know, and I'm going to start training this one here. So camp beggars, so that is my infantry template, and then very shortly I will work on my special forces template. Oh wait, no, before we go anywhere, we need to put anti-tank rifles into production here. I will get 100, so that's nice. Let's take, okay, they're upgrading now, so I can take one off there. Yeah, kit means better special forces equipment. Now, in the militia training, this defense is going to come up quite useful later on. Let's upgrade that kit, and let's hire a new advisor. I want yes, let me get the people pleaser first, get my resistance target down and everything else up, because Mr. Goddard here, as soon as I unlock my new research slot, which will probably be in the next episode, he's going to disappear. So let's get Nina here. Improvised Tools has finished researching. Now local workspaces for more factory output and more recruitable population. Okay, so now I have the ability to reorganize the ranges, but I don't want to do it just yet. First, I want to implement the Steel Rangers concept. Back in California, Coleridge and Oliver talked a lot about how to utilize the Brotherhood's power armor. They believed high-quality equipment could be used only by the best, the Rangers of the Republic. While the Paladins and Rangers battle styles differs, and the idea was deemed unrealistic, Coleridge has the freedom to implement the concept to his heart's content in Colorado. So, you can unlock the technology Steel Rangers. Unlocking this tech will force your special ops units to use power armor equipment. They will use half the amount of gear compared to the traditional power armor units, but they will be more expensive and durable than their regular counterparts. And I'm going to add reorganization difficulties, which unfortunately I'll take a hit to a whole bunch of things here, but as far as I've been checking, we can sort that out later on. So I want to show that first. That's right, I am not doing a special any of my standard special forces templates that I normally use. I'm doing something completely different, because frankly I want to test out and show how reliable it can be. So, but we've got reorganization of the Rangers, so now they get extra defense, extra breakthrough, extra organization. That's pretty damn brilliant. Okay, now let's test this out. Steel Rangers, implement the steel concepts, and is that, yes, that is that for now. So now I'm going to move on to my next focus, patrol the perimeter. New Sterling was not the only settlement of the mercenaries. They were in control of lesser hamlets to the north of their city. They were exempt from bull-eater slave-grabbing raids in exchange for tribute of food and other essentials. The local garrisons quickly surrendered, and taking control of them is the easiest job we face here. So all of those states that we got, 1 infrastructure, 2 outposts, all of them except for New Sterling. New Sterling, I'm wrong. We'll actually get it as well. So everything's getting an infrastructure, an outpost, and a reduction in resistance. So now with the, okay, let's just have a look at steel ranges first. It's over. Yeah, steel ranges. So breakthrough hardness and armor does go down, but if you hold over here, it gives you everything that was decided in the actual focus tree. We do get a free unit, the Steel Rangers test team. I forgot to read that out. I'll pop those guys in there. And now let's have a look at what we have received. Okay, so everything looks exactly the same except for here, 50 power armor. So now I am going to, just to be clear, you don't have to do what I'm doing. You can either skip this focus that I've done completely and you'll stay normal light special forces, or you can, because you can now alter this, you can just change up using the template that you get from researching power armor. You can just use that and you can just use power armor. But I really want to test how effective this can be. So I'm going to be adding on or making up a normal 20 width, what would normally be light special forces template. There we go. I did want to try put some the fire team or demos, but it doesn't work nicely with the combat width. So I'm just trying this out. I want to see how it works. So now each unit 450 special armor, special forces armor, and 100 power armor. I'm going to keep everything else the same. I want to see how good it is. Basically, that's what I'm going for here. So unlike before, I'm going to save this. Do I have enough? Got enough manpower? Got enough equipment? Don't have, okay, do have enough? Yes, I've got enough of everything. So save that. I'm too short of increasing my special forces cap. Okay, so I've done that. Now let me re-equip, because now this one is now an old unit, so I can change that one up there to Colorado Rangers. Still have enough. And also I want to start changing my old infantry templates to the new one. So Beggar's Force is my most experienced. So that's what I'm going to select first. I'm going to do all of them because, as you can see, manpower especially, I am limited on being able to do it. Hello. Geiger, maybe I can do one more. See, I don't want to go crazy because then I'm going to lose a lot of manpower. So I'll just do them a little bit at a time. Militia training has finished researching. Now I would like very much to start unlocking some better tech for my support equipment or all my infantry equipment, but I don't want to mess with my production lines. I want to keep that efficiency cap up. So instead, I'm going to make my power armor a little bit better, more reliability and breakthrough. So let's do that. And changing up those templates earlier cost me probably around 3, maybe 400 manpower. That's why I'm doing this slowly, because if I had to change everything, that would be a big fat 0. Okay, patrolling the perimeter is done. Now I want to do following Oliver's doctrine. While Coleridge had many debates with his colleagues back in California, he and General Oliver were on the same page about one thing: the future of the NCR and its utilizing more heavy troops. And now, with the proper equipment on hand, we could realize that dream. We'll hire and conscript 2 divisions of Iron Alliance personnel to our steel forces of steel as Steel Rangers. Okay, something I need to clarify. If you have not done the Implement Steel Ranger concept, you will be hiring 2, if I remember correctly, it's 10 width pure power armor units. So if you want to go pure power armor, then you would do this, and basically you wouldn't do concept ranges at all. You would do this one first. But I really want to test out this mixed template. I think it's quite unique. I like testing it like the first recon ones for Mojave troopers. So we're going to do that. I have 50 arm experience. I want to take new crossroads so I can move down to getting new recruits. I will be getting more arm experience later once I replace Goddard, but the time is not now for that. Now it is the time to hire. I want the... Yes, let me go for the captain of industry so I get my infrastructure and civilian factory construction done faster. Okay, brilliant. Got some radios. Now let me do some encryption so my future enemies over here have a little less idea of what I'm doing. Alright, we are now following Oliver's doctrine, and the next focus is a big one. Forward operating base Sterling. The camp baggers is a fine HQ, but it's vulnerable and has little strategic value. Sterling is both well defendable and has a sizable industry to hold. It could be our permanent base of operations, but for now our move is temporary. So I'm going to move my capital to New Sterling. It's going to get 3 outposts, another 2, a civilian workshop, an arms factory, and is now going to become a core. This is one of the major perks of going against them so early. Now here are the hired rangers. Let's have a look at their template. Okay, you can't actually see what they... Okay, yeah, you can see a strip power armor, pioneer gear. So they are using it there. Unfortunately, I can't change them because I don't have enough special forces cap. But what I can do is add them on to 1st Battalion. And what decision do we have here? Okay, we have recycle some more holodiscs. There we go. Got a little bit of manpower. Let's see at what else I can change. Okay, let's see if I can do these two. How much is that going to? 260. Yeah, okay, cool. I want to try to keep my manpower at least above 500. There we go. Polygraphic ciphers is done. Now let's do some frequency analysis. Local workspace is done. I'm going to go after some basic tools again. Get my efficiency cap and its growth up so I can get my production as best as possible. And let me send out some more salvage crews. I don't know how many of these holodiscs I need, but I'd like to have as much as I possibly can. And hey presto, I have a new capital. Let me just actually change my deployment. I always like to have it on my capital in case things go badly. At least any new units I can get there. Here you can see why I can't change my new special forces units. But now it's time to move on to getting back to the theme and getting Boulder Dome. So I need to do Hills Furnaces first. New Sterling was made by and for the mercenary raiders of the city. The city hosted numerous sweatshops where slaves kept their equipment in mint condition. While they hold terrible memories for the locals, we could use the industry in the area just now for payment and weekends off. So another civilian arms workshop, and even though I don't need it now, 10% compliance there as well. Can hire another advisor, and this time I'm going to go for the yeah, let's get the arms lobbyist. Build up my arms factories faster. And okay, I'm going to dish up some more factories and check on my construction. And look how my manpower jumped there from Corning to Sterling. That is what I'm talking about. Let's go convert a few more unit shopping. Should we do, let's see if I can do these 3 here. All in one go. Manpower, yes, everything is good to go. Oh no, I wanted to do these ones as well. Okay, so we're getting there. Yes, getting there quickly. Frequency analysis is done. Now let me get simple circuitry for more research speed. And something I just want to show you. When I said that New Sterling is an industrial hub, look at this. It has 22 building slots when I take it. So this is why. Brilliant industrial hub, and it starts with 70%, or at least when I took it, 70% infrastructure, so it builds fast as well. And something else I want to show you is I haven't built a single outpost, but look how many the game has actually given me outposts all over. It's not my preferred solid defensive line, but it's a hell of a lot of outposts. So my power armor is a bit better. Now I want to make my anti-tank rifles a bit better. Focus fire is going to increase my attack, heart attack and piercing. Now I have decided I don't want to purchase empty hollow discs because I want to use the money somewhere else, namely citizen care package, military signing bonus, and carving a path to the nuclear fearin, or how I would pronounce that. So that one I'm going to turn off. Hell's furnaces finished. Now time to conclude Operation Can Opener. It's a nice quick one, only 7 days. Now that we have seen to everything here, we can turn to our original objectives, and that is going to automatically complete Operation Home Run, which is going to give me 15% more war support. So a conclude Operation Can Opener is done. And one thing I just want to show you, there's Operation Home Run done as well, is that these automated scavenging runs have been pretty damn awesome. I just picked up another one for a 50% research bonus for construction and production tech. So really getting some nice stuff. So that's Can Opener done, Operation Home Run done. Now it is time to get back into the swing of things with the Bulletstorm Offensive. The Bulletstorm Offensive is just as straightforward as its name suggests. Shooting everything at our disposal, guns blazing, we will conquer the dome with one grand glorious offensive. We will return with style and fireworks to achieve victory, shock and all. So this idea will activate only when the war starts, something to be aware of. Bulletstorm Offensive against the glow bugs and Black Canyon, which gives me an attack and defense bonus of 10% against the glow bugs and 5% against Black Canyon for 180 days. If you haven't done this run yourself, basically every single time the glow bugs get guaranteed by Black Canyon, which means this is why I have got them covered on both fronts here. But familiar for when I was fighting the two ghouls in the first episode, is there is basically a 99% chance that when I declare war on the glow bugs, Black Canyon will get involved as well. Now what I'm hoping is, I don't think they've had their civil war yet, so I'm hoping that will kick off while I'm fighting them to help me out. Something I haven't actually mentioned, it's almost a bit too late now. Remember sleepers used to be down here? Well, with 5.1 they are now here, so they've been moved. I've actually been meaning to mention that like this entire playthrough, but I keep on forgetting. So focus fire is the last passive boost I can get, so now I'm actually going to move on to some frag grenades. This, for role-playing purposes, I believe is the best one for NCR style playthrough, so we all get that. Okay, Bulletstorm Offensive is done. Let's move on to the Homecoming. Pretty simply, it's showtime. Grants claimed and a war goal on Black Canyon and Glowbug's core territory in 30 days. Alright, the Homecoming is finished, and not a moment too soon, because I now have, what, about just over 2 years, maybe less, to still get into the dome, and then I still need to fix the Zax. So, yeah, this don't have a lot of time to waste. Next focus, military service for citizenship. The Republic is here, folks, and we're here to stay. We will bring order, law, and prosperity into these lands. And if you join our ranks and fight for the dream to come true, You will secure guaranteed citizenship, making your life tenfold easier in the wasteland after your service has been ended, of course. Now, this is going to give me extra 500 manpower, but I got a war very useful, and it's going to change one of my conscription laws from no outsiders to outsider volunteers, which has the following, the normal little changes. Then, what else? Okay. I want to hire myself. This is the guy in charge of the special forces, and he gives some very nice boost to my special ops attack, which are my current only breakthrough units. I want him. Other option was just a normal division attack and defense. I think this one might be better, so I'm gonna go for that, and then recycle some old holodiscs. Okay. No point in wasting it. Okay, so we have potential enemies. There we go. And within a moment, yep, thought so. Let's set them off as well. Okay, so again, not a lot of units on the borders against me. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not going to fight it because it works in my favor. Okay, now... Okay. What have we got here now? Military signing bonus. Yes, please. Get that for some more manpower, and I think it's... yeah, let's do this again. Stretch this out. There. Add you on there and give you... Let's do this all over again. Now they've lost their planning, unfortunately, but I couldn't do a complete line earlier. What I'm running short of is anti-tank rifles. That's what's been stopping me from actually converting more of my units to the proper infantry template. Oh, New Vegas has fallen to Kaiser. Alright. Gonna have some problems there later. And Kibble, boss of the NCR. Okay, this is going okay. Okay, fragmentation grenade, that is very good. Very good, so it has boosted that. Now, what should I do next? That's ahead of time. It's in January. Yep, let's get some passive boosts to my special forces equipment, and also that means I don't have to change up my production. Okay, let's go guys, let's go. And I've actually got my navy at work. Just for information, I thought that this land crossing would actually stop them from being able to operate, but it doesn't. This area is actually included, so all this, so actually they are patrolling from here all the way around down to here. So Navy can actually do something, but as with most games, I'm not taking it very seriously. Although I'd really do love, I wish you could do more with the Navy in Old World Blues. Okay, basic tools is done. Construction speed. Now let me stick with factory output and recruitable population. That's a good way to go.
Hello.
How's this war going so far? Okay, quite well against glow bugs. Now New Vegas is gone. And what have we got? Okay, oh yes, they've returned. And I get another? Yes. Brilliant timing, guys, brilliant timing. I do have enough army experience to change up my special forces units, but there's not really much of a point now. Right now. Okay, let's Make this one a bit more focused here. There. There. Oh, emergency service is done. Now, let's do this one here, because it gives me more arms workshops. The Colorado Ranger HQ. Finally, our Special Forces centralization is finished. If we want to keep it this way, we need to create an organization to manage them separately from the Corps. The Ranger HQ back in California fulfilled this job, so why we couldn't replicate it here in Colorado? New Sterling, 2 extra arms factories. Lovely. More arms factories, the better. Okay, this is going okay. Come on, guys, you need to take that back. Kind of at a standstill here. What? Just okay, I'm not doing that. Robot City, are you? What? Oh, they want to conquer. When is this for? 28 May. 105 days. What the bloody hell am I going to do about this now? Okay, we just need to push harder.
Yeah?
Get in, you guys.
Yeah?
We need to get this done. Okay. Yes, okay, so now you guys finish them off, and then I need to make sure I guard that little pocket there. I can't believe Robot City is justifying against me so freaking early. As I take them out, less units for me to fight. No. You need to get back in there and you need to defend there. Okay, now, who's on this line here? You take this pocket out as well. You're attacking in. You take it as well. Lennis took 6. Okay, maybe he can help. Actually end up helping me out. No, I said you need to fight there. Do what I freaking tell you to do. Okay. You need to stop because you need to defend. Yeah. Can't have them linking up there. Now take them out. Come on, take Boulder, guys. Take Boulder. That was a sound for something, but I don't know what it was. Oh, man. See, that linked up here. That's not what I wanted to happen. Ooh, okay. Now, what can I get now? I'm actually going to save it. Yes, push him back. Let's push him back. That's what I like to see. Okay, we're taking care of that pocket, so that's good. Colorado Ranger HQ. Actually, I want to go to the top quickly here and get this one before I forget about it. Access the radio towers. Knowing your enemy is crucial to defeating them. Recruiting the local radio towers will both give us a great vantage points and a means of spying on the ghouls effectively. Okay, radio detection and 1 radar station in each one of those little states. Okay. How's manpower doing? Okay, 1.5. I need more factories. What do I need? Fighting weaponry again, infantry weaponry. Okay, most important one there is infantry weaponry. If I get any more, I'll pop it onto light machine guns. Okay, I'm sorry. You guys need to be more aggressive. Okay. Now from this... Okay, simple circuitry's done. I'm doing that now. Let's get this. More research speed. I need to make sure that you guys are fighting in this battle here.
Yeah?
Because they're holding there. What? Diana and her whole faction. Okay, this is going to get done quite quickly now. This is going to get done quite quickly now. I just need to hold out. Because now, 1, 2, and 3 have now declared war on the Black Canyon as well. Okay, so you can go back down to normal. Don't waste my manpower and equipment. Start lend lease. Yes, I'll accept it. Thank you. Yes, I'll accept it. Thank you. Actually, shall we set up some non-aggression packs? That would be lovely. There. And one more. There we go. That's lovely. Non-aggression pack signed. All I want is this ready. So, if they want anything else, that's okay. Radio detection done. They gave me that for free. Now, feed the furnace of war. This is the focus I needed to have researched basic smeltery for. Metal furnaces that build metal weapons that kill metal soldiers. On and on it goes. Okay. This is all for the anti-brotherhood, but Maxon is dead, unfortunately. Okay, so camp baggers and outpost courage will get a foundry, which means more resources. Another dockyard. Leave that alone for now. We carry on going. Haven't been able to... Oh, no. I hate it when that happens. I haven't been able to core anything yet, which makes me sad. This is going good. You guys just do your thing. Although I... Seriously guys, can we do something about this? Okay. Oh, this is worrying me here. This is really worrying me. Okay. Outpost bridgehead, where is that? But I've got a... Oh, my guy's there. Okay. Oh, he got reset. Really need to get this war over and done with. Right now I'm thinking temporarily our big boy special forces need to join in this fight over here. Oh, cannons and flames once again. I said light machine guns. There for my dockyard. Who's a dirty coward? Oh, cancel the Lendies. Oh, for a moment there, I thought they were cancelling the non-aggression pact. Okay. Alright. Okay, special forces are in the house now. Hopefully that will help us out. What do you mean no divisions? And let's put you guys in there, you guys in there. And you, can you just... That's okay, they can do that, because then I can push more of my guys here. And at least we can finish off Black Canyon faster. Has it seriously been? Yeah, I've got 40 days. Guys, you need to make a move on here. You cannot be wasting time. Okay. That is Black Canyon done. Alright, I'll just take this. Yeah, because there's a small section there, small section there, small section there. Okay, some demands. I don't want... Or maybe I should actually just give them everything. But I've got a feeling I have to fight against them later. So then I want to be able to hold something. Okay, I'm going to take this. Everybody happy? Okay, you guys have sorted yourself out. Okay, confirm and exit. Okay. But now I'll have to carry on with this. Okay, you guys are done there. Now, the problem is these two are in a... are in a faction. So, if I'm going against one, I'll be going against both. So, no. That was a mistake. There. Push, and I actually want to put all the special forces I have here there. Okay, come guys, we need to fight hard for this. Feed the furnace of war finished. Do I want this one? No, don't want to lose that stability. Political power, that could be nice. Let me promote our heroes. Okay, let's promote our heroes. While the expedition expected to face some hostilities, the powder keg that we set aflame was more than we imagined. Our soldiers, despite the odds, showed their prowess. It's time that we award them accordingly. Promotions and decorations are on the way. Promote our military staff, and there's a whole bunch of decisions I'm going to get, and I get a whole bunch of unit leaders that I can actually, and then the current ones I have, I can also do some promoting to. Now I want to check. Yes, okay, so it's just me here. So, yeah, okay, seriously, guys, all of you, move your behinds. We need this done very, very quickly. Because there's another war coming. No. Okay. You guys go there. You guys go there. Ooh. No land doctrine. Yes, okay. I'll have to restart my scavenging missions now. That's okay. Come on, just take out Boulder. because it's now end of April. I'm about to have a massive problem on my hands. Come on, come on. No, guys, you can't.
What's up?
There's no time for resting now. We have to get this done, and quickly. Come on. You can freaking do it. If I take a bolt, I'm pretty sure I'll take the air reinforcers at the exact worst time. Okay, let's recycle some hollow disk while we sit here waiting. When did I finish? Oh, I finished it after the war. Standardized tools. I was in the peace conference and I completely forgot about that. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, okay, so the City of Radiance. Smoking the ghouls out of the ruins of Boulder was not an easy task. The radiation had only grown more intense since the bombing 2 centuries ago. The ghouls collected debris in places strategically shutting out the streets and creating near-death zones for any troops trying to charge through. Was it Matthias Martinez? Well, okay. Platoon was one of the first that arrived. Usually he would have been interested in the battle plans that Briggs was formulating in the closest tent, but he couldn't take his gaze off the city. It was crowned with a green fog-like luminescence, which was sickening and beautiful at the same time. He knew the next charge would commence soon. The explosives were in place, the rangers were suited up, and the Gamma Corps, okay, we never got them, were in position. He could already imagine the green slowly turning red as the flames consumed the city and the dead. Oh, that damn good writing. Okay. Boulder, add radiating city, which grants local manpower minus 80%, minus 3 to maximum factories, and 90% less construction speed. But we did it, we did it, we did it. Okay. I'm taking everything, of course. Select all, submit demands. That's that job done. And, hold on. This is done now as well. Okay, so large border to protect. Can I? No, I cannot. Okay, first of all, let me put the special forces back where they were. Okay, I'm going to reorganize my lines, and then we can finally do, last but not least, final focus for this episode. Okay, home at last. I have to actually open it. After more than 20 years, we finally put our feet back in Boulder. Surprisingly, it hasn't changed much. We don't have much time to waste. Somebody get me a coffee and let's start to put everything back in order. Okay, modify lost expedition. More stability, less resistance, growth, very similar to as was before. More infrastructure and outposts and changing of names. Okay, start that off. I'm going to set things up now and... Ooh. 5 days. We'll see what happens in 5 days. Right, I don't know if I'm having a good luck playthrough or what. First, I went up against New Sterling with troops out of position. Then fought against Glowbugs and Black Canyon with troopers out of position and had an entire faction join in to help me. But what's happened is this focus has completed. I'm now finally home at last, and Robot City's justification against me has finished, but they haven't declared war against me. Now, I'm not complaining because I am woefully unprepared. But I am going to end this episode here. Look forward to a nice, I want to call it exciting one next one. I'm going to finish the Zax, see what happens here with my robot buddies to the south. And we'll carry on after that. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.